So Joe, in our last soundbite episode, we talked about transitioning from corporate America to solopreneurship. And this episode, I feel like it's important to distinguish between freelancer and solopreneur and how you can make that leap from freelancer to solopreneur, because in my mind, those are not the same thing. And I think you agree. Would you want to elaborate?
I definitely agree. And I want to start with saying that there's nothing wrong with being a freelancer. We're not saying you shouldn't be one, but being a freelancer is definitely a different mindset from being a solopreneur. And what I mean is that as a freelancer, typically you're thinking in terms of trading your time for their money, right? So they're giving you money and you're giving them time. And you may continue to have a business that basically trades your time for money, but by becoming a solopreneur in mindset, you're really thinking in terms of leaving the fivers behind and becoming something, I guess, special, right? So making yourself special to some group of people. And what I mean is that, if you're niching down at something maybe you're good at or have some cred in a particular industry, maybe an area of expertise or some specific pain point. I love that, like niching down on a pain point that you can solve. You can really start to stand out to the people that are in that industry, need that particular area of expertise or have that particular pain point. And at that point, you can start thinking about saying no to opportunities that don't align with your vision. And I just want to recommend that if you do this kind of approach, start to find the kinds of people that you're going to help using personas. And if you have questions about personas, you can Google it. There's stuff on the LifeStarr website about personas and obviously other places as well. So think in terms of that.
Yeah, all good points. I think the biggest thing for freelancer, in my opinion, and we're going to talk about personal branding in the next soundbite episode, but I think when I think freelancer, I think of a very crowded space. I think of Upwork. I think of just kind of going after projects and chasing projects. And when I think of solopreneur, I think establishing your personal brand, really separating yourself and running an actual business instead of chasing clients. It's an easier way for people to come to you as opposed to you bidding for other people's projects. I don't know if that connotation is right.
100%. You need to think in terms of a personal brand. And as you said, we're going to talk about that in the next episode. But just briefly, I mean, the idea of a personal brand isn't just coming up with a logo, right? It's about kind of defining, as I said before, what makes you special, coming up with a story about you or why you do what you do, that kind of thing. People need to look at you and understand, be able to quickly understand kind of what you're about and why you're there. And it's very different from saying, if you give me money, I'll, make you a logo or whatever. It's a different mindset. But yeah, your idea of building that brand is crucial to being a solopreneur instead of a freelancer, definitely.
Yes. So if you are in corporate America and you're thinking about jumping ship, we recommend taking the solopreneur route as an easier way to stand out in the market. If you are already a freelancer and are struggling to have consistent income, consistent clients, we would urge you to consider the solopreneurship route and really building that business for yourself. We have a full, shameless plug alert, we have a full Solopreneur Success Cycle on our website where you can kind of follow how to build that business for yourself rather than just chasing clients. So we highly recommend you check that out.
And think of the benefits, only doing the work you like to do instead of doing whatever somebody's willing to pay you for, being able to charge more for your services because you've made yourself special instead of just being another whatever on Fiverr or Upwork. There's some real benefits to going the solopreneur vision instead of the freelancer vision.
And if you have any questions, we are here to help you along the way.
Absolutely.
Well, listeners, thank you so much for tuning in today. As always, we would love that 5-star review. Please subscribe on any of your favorite podcast platforms as well as YouTube. And we will see you next time on The Aspiring Solopreneur.